What is going on today, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I am your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, aka Mental Healness, from TikTok, Instagram, of course YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube right now, and in podcast form as well. And I'm starting to tweet a little bit more, so you might can follow me on Twitter. Can't promise I'm going to tweet more, though. If this is the first time tuning in, I am a self-aware narcissist. I am diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. The point of this channel is to bring awareness to mental health disorders, mental illness, get more people into therapy, and also in the process to validate victims and survivors, to let them know you might not be crazy. It might not be you. It probably not you. If you're dealing with me, then it's not you. It's me. So today's episode is going to be about how therapy has helped me on my journey. I don't want to say healing journey because people get confused, like narcissists can heal and be cured and everything like that. So I've done research and there is no cure for narcissistic personality disorder. So if you're watching this and you're a narcissist or a possible narcissist, somebody called you a narcissist, you feel like you want to go get help, there is no magic pill that you can take to get rid of this disorder. There is just behavioral modifications and things like that. But the behavioral modifications can help you live a fulfilling life, a somewhat fulfilling life, depending on who you are and what situation that you are in. It can help you get the answers to going to therapy and getting diagnosed could possibly help you get the answers to questions that you've always asked yourself. Like me personally, I've always wondered why I was different. I mean, growing up, why I don't feel the same way other people feel. Why I can be in a room full of people and still feel alone, still feel by myself, still feel like nobody understood me in a room full of people. Even though I would fit in and people knew me and noticed me and stuff like that, but I still felt like people didn't know me or notice me. I feel like I was alone in rooms and things like that. So therapy has 100% helped me deal with a lot of the stuff that has been going on inside of my head. So one of the first things I did in therapy, one of the first exercises we did in therapy with my therapist, I'll go into how I found my therapist later. One of the first exercises we did in therapy was my therapist had me draw two circles, one inside of the other, like one little circle and one big circle. And in the smaller circle, she wanted me to write the things that I could control, the things that I thought the things I thought I had control over in my life. And in the bigger circle, write the things that I could control, that I could not control. Of course, I had more stuff in the smaller circle than I had the bigger circle. Stuff was coming out the inside of the bigger circle, the smaller circle going into the bigger circle. So that was an issue right there off the rip. My therapist said that's one of the main issues that you have right now. You think more things in your life are in your control than actually are. Years later, we did the same exercise, and it has shifted a little bit more. I realized the things I couldn't control. I realized the things that were out of my control, I could not have control of. I want to control of literally everything, y'all. My brothers, my mama thought, my brother's job, how they went to school, how they looked and acted and stuff like that. My kids, my wife, literally, y'all, everything. My finances, my wife's finances, my kids' school, and how they dress. And literally, y'all, every single aspect of my life or anything that affected my life in any way, I wanted absolute total control over. And that kind of shifted to realize, being in therapy for 4 years, it has helped shift that dynamic. Let me know the things that I actually could not control. And that has helped tremendously, y'all, because if you think the weight of trying to control so many things that are actually out of your control is it's huge. It's a huge weight on you. It's absolutely a huge weight on your shoulders, feeling like you're trying to control every single aspect of your life and other people's lives around you and social media and all this other stuff. It's a huge weight. And when you go to therapy, that weight, it helps get some of that weight off of you. Of course, you're still gonna have control issues and things like that, but it helps feel like you can get some of that weight off of you. And like I said, once you get some of that weight off of you, you feel better, less stress, because stress is a killer. Stress kills, y'all. Another thing that therapy has helped me with is, less ragey. I don't rage out as much because I don't try to control things as much. And if I'm not trying to control as many things and one of those things that I'm trying to control slips, boom, rage. Somebody disrespects me, boom, rage. Let's go back. Somebody disrespects me, boom, rage. Did they really disrespect me, or did I take it as disrespect when it wasn't intended that way? That's what therapy has helped me do. Because when you're dealing with a narcissist, there is no such thing as constructive criticism. It's all negative. It's all perceived as negative criticism. It's all perceived as an attack on us. Any small thing you say about us, hey, anything small. It's hard for me to give an example on the fly, but anything small it's perceived as an attack. You know, a narcissist wants to match the energy that they feel like they are receiving and give it back to you more. So, you know, it's just like hit me with a fireball. You light a match, I'm gonna hit you with a flamethrower. Pretty much. If I felt like you lit a match, I'm gonna hit you with a flamethrower. And a lot of times it's unnecessary anger. So therapy has helped me get that under control as well by helping me take a break, helping me slow down, because, you know, speed, I'm moving too fast. I'm processing stuff too fast, and I'm not realizing the actual what's going on. You know, I'm actually realizing what is going on in my, like, what is really going on and what they're actually talking about. So it helps me slow down. Like, did they really mean this, or am I taking it this way? And that is, like I said, therapy has helped me out tremendously with that right there. Because, like, once you get to the crux of everything, you're like, okay, they didn't really mean it this way. I just took it this way, you know. So I've been working on that a lot in therapy. That's one of the main things I've had to work on therapy, because I'm, like, extremely ragey. You know, even growing up, the same thing, the same type of thing, you know. Just being extremely ragey. My friends and family thought it was pretty cool. They thought it was not pretty cool. They just thought it was, you know, funny. Like, hey, Lee is funny. Yeah, he's funny as hell, but, like, don't get him mad, because when he get mad, he's throwing everything around. He's screaming, and you can't control it. It's like literally a little ball of rage. And therapy has, like, literally helped me get that under control a lot, because in the last year, I've only raged out one time. And, you know, when I was raging out, my therapist asked, I went to therapy, and I asked my therapist, I was like, I raged out. She's like, what happened? I was like, yeah, this happened. They broke one of my lights, one of my studio lights. And I was like, I told them to sit down, they broke it, and I just snapped through PlayStation controller. I was screaming and yelling at my wife, the kid, everybody was getting screamed at. And she's like, what were you screaming? What were you screaming and yelling? And I was like, nobody in the house appreciates me, nobody listens to me, blah, 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 this, you know. She's like, I bet when you were screaming, you felt heard. You felt like people were listening to you. You felt like people appreciated, you know, when you calm down, people appreciate it. I was like, yeah, but, like, she said, and that's the issue. You didn't communicate that you wasn't feeling appreciated. You felt like your point wasn't getting across to your family, so you snapped. You bottled it up. You internalized it instead of expressing it and talking to people and communicating it and trusting your wife and your kids to hear you out. You internalized it, and it built up and it boiled over, and boom, rage. So it helped me to communicate a little bit better. It helped me to, you know, trust people around me more with information that I felt like they can use against me. Because, you know, narcissism is, you know, a defense mechanism, pretty much. I've seen a lot of people describe it as a defense mechanism to protect ourselves against, you know, being hurt and things like that. So if I don't tell anybody information about me, if I don't tell people my secrets and stuff they can use to hurt me, then they can't hurt me, you know. But now, like I said, being in therapy has helped me just trust a little bit more, talk a little bit more, be a little bit more open with my wife, and our relationship has, you know, I would say is compared to what it used to be, is thriving. You know, we're doing good. We're communicating more. We're just doing better together. You know, and so yeah, that's helped out a lot. With being like helping change the behaviors and changing the modifications as well. And it's also helped me, you know, parent better, because sometimes I would get so immersed in my own life that I would, you know, you neglect people around you. When you're doing so much for yourself, you're trying to, you know, go to school, you're working alone, you're self-employed, you're doing so much that you don't have enough time to spend with your kids. And you start to notice that. I would catch myself, like, you know, back in the day, I was like, okay, they'll understand. When I can make this money, they'll understand. We'll be rich or whatever. They'll understand when I get rich. And my therapist's like, that ain't enough. They need to understand right now. You gotta make time. You can make time for yourself. You gotta make time for your kids and your family and stuff like that. So now, in the last, you know, 4 or 5 years, the last 4 years I've been in therapy. My relationship with my kids has gotten better. I can talk to them. I can open up and talk to them and stuff like that. We spend time together. We do events together. Like just yesterday, we went to a park. Like we went out as a family, got ice cream together, and then we went to the park. My wife had my little girl, and me and my 2 sons, we played baseball. We threw a baseball around and had fun out there doing it as a family. That helps. You know, that helps out a lot. Because, you know, just being a better parent. Cause like sometimes you get caught up in life, and like, you know, a lot of narcissists get caught up and they don't care. You know, they just like, okay, my kids will be fine. They'll be fine or whatever. That's what my wife is here for. She needs to be here. You know, that's what my husband is here for. That's what he needs to be. He needs to do this type of stuff. Like, so it can be easy to get caught up and neglect your friends and family and kids and everything while being a narcissist and being totally immersed with yourself and your ego and stuff like that, trying to make yourself better, trying to make yourself look better and act better and stuff like that. So now You know, even nowadays, I take my oldest son is 13, so I take him to, you know, I work out with him every morning. Cause I've been working out anyway, so let me work out with him. Let me build my relationship with him better. Cause you know, 5 years he'll be an adult, and I don't want him to be like me. You know, so I'm just giving, you know, setting boundaries and stuff like that, controlling my anger and temper around him, and you know, just being a better dad overall. Because you know, therapy has helped me. Just sitting in the therapist chair and being open and honest with the therapist. Sitting in the therapist chair is pointless if you're not going to sit in the therapist chair and being open and honest with them. You know. That's pointless. I call that performative therapy. That's just going to therapy just for the sake of going to therapy. Hey, babe, I went to therapy. And guess what? The therapist said it was you. It's not me. I'm not a narcissist. You are. Matter of fact, on the way out, I scheduled you an appointment with the therapist. You know what I mean? So performative therapy does exist. And I know a lot of people who ask questions on my TikTok and my Facebook and Instagram. They ask me, so how do I know that therapy is working? How do you feel? Are your feelings around this person changing? Do you feel more comfortable talking to this person? Are they being more open with you? You know, are they less? There's still gonna be eggshells because one or two therapy appointments is not enough, y'all. It has to be a continuous thing. I'm going to therapy for the rest of my life, and I'm fine with that because I like therapy. Therapy has made me a better person. Therapy has helped me actually work on my ego. You know, therapy builds my ego to let me know I'm being a better person, and my ego gets bigger that way. I think people see me on TikTok and Instagram and you're getting narcissistic supply from this, aren't you? I should not come. I'm unfollowing you just so I won't give you supply. I'm like, what are you? I'm like, people are like, okay, I get it. You're unfollowing me because you think I'm getting narcissistic supply from this. The comments and stuff like that, do I like getting love and appreciation for the stuff I do? Yes, I love it. And any normal person will love getting appreciation for the stuff that they do. And I think because I'm open and honest about having narcissistic personality disorder, everybody thinks it's different because I'm a narcissist. Like, you're getting supply from this. I'm like, okay, you know, it's different for I guess normal people, empaths and whatnot. But for me, because I'm a narcissist, I do the same thing. It's supply. You know, and people try to label it and things like that. And, you know, I see other narcissists see that stuff. And people, like, I've spoken to other narcissists before. I speak to, you know, I've been in these self-aware narcissist groups for a very long time. I do one-on-ones with other narcissists, and we talk and stuff over Zoom, and we do phone calls and text messages and stuff like that. And people say, why do I'm scared to come out as a narcissist because I see you still getting attacked. Even though you're trying to be a better person, you out here helping people still attack you. I was like, yeah, okay. And that kind of deters people from coming out and being open and honest. Like, who wants to be a narcissist, you know? If a narcissist comes out in public and says, hey guys, I'm a narcissist and this is what goes on inside of my head, I'm working on it, I'm here to help you, people still attack that. Oh, he's a narcissist, he's trying to manipulate people. And other narcissists see that, like, look, I'll rather be private. I'd rather have a private page. Because people, you see my face, I'm out here in the open. You see my face, you know who I am. I'm from North Carolina. I'm a real estate agent. I'm out here. You see my face, you know. And people, like, one of the comments I get all the time is like the God comment. Like, I had a woman comment on my YouTube yesterday, talk about you need to find God and do some motivation, get some positive reinforcement, because all narcissism is negative self-talk. I'm like, oh, okay. You don't know who I am. Like, I've literally been listening to Tony Robbins for almost a decade. I've been if you do multi-level marketing, MLMs, they're all about self-betterment and self-development, like, you know, personal development. So they put you on Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn and stuff like that. So I've been reading that stuff and listening to that stuff and watching videos and reading books for like nearly probably over a decade. And then I read the Bible last year and I commented back to her. I was like, I've actually read the Bible. I've been doing it for 10 years. She had the audacity to say, I don't believe you. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not here to prove anything to you. Peace. You think what you want to think. So yeah, I've actually read the Bible. I've been in self-development and stuff like that too, because therapy does help, but like doing other stuff outside of therapy helps as well. You know, like, I listen to a lot of Tony Robbins, y'all, a lot of it, a lot of Les Brown and Dr. Eric Thomas and things like that, Jim Rohn, you know, Zig Ziglar, all that type of stuff. I've been on that stuff for a long time, you know, just a long time. I have the Audible app on my phone, and like I said, I still think that one of the most important things I did last year was read the Bible. Reading the entire Bible opened my eyes up to let me know that people have been dealing with stuff for thousands and thousands of years, and God doesn't make mistakes. What if God put me out here to take y'all on this journey with me? You know, what if God did it? You know, and people try to use God against me, and I'm just like, look, God put me out here for this, to do this. Like, y'all can think with God, y'all can receive God how y'all want to. I'm gonna receive God how I want to. So on top of therapy, I say like reading the Bible has definitely been a huge thing in my life to help me get to the point where I was at, the point I am right now. I pray to God every night. I try to pray to God every night. I missed one night. I missed one night the other night because I fell asleep too early, and I woke up and I felt terrible because I knew I didn't pray. And I prayed immediately, try to make it up. Sorry, God, please, But I love God, believe in the Bible and things like that. But one of the things I don't like about religion is people use religion to manipulate people. And I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. People like immediately come out here and like, God can heal you. And yes, God can heal me. I feel like God can heal me, but if I read the Bible and don't take action, then I've accepted God, but I'm not doing it. I'm not using His gifts that He has given me. I'm just chilling on it. Like, I read the Bible, God has blessed me, and okay, I'm just be normal now. I'm just go chill and just be a narcissist in silence and whatnot. So. Yeah, therapy has definitely helped me out 100%, y'all. And therapy, a lot of personal development, and a lot of personal development, reading motivational stuff and listening to motivational YouTubes and stuff like that. And like I said, the Bible, everything, all that stuff meshed together has been the perfect thing for me. If you're a narcissist looking at this, if you are the spouse of a narcissist or the significant other of a narcissist, the child of one, looking at that type of stuff too, I feel like that type of stuff can help you as well. Because not only narcissists need to go to therapy, or close to B people need to go to therapy. I feel like everybody should dabble in it, dip their toes in therapy, because therapy is one of the most powerful things I've ever done, and I'm going to be there for the rest of my existence. So, but don't go to therapy if you're not going to be honest. Don't go to therapy to twiddle your fingers and sit in there and blame the other person. Take some look inside, look in the mirror, and say it stops with me. It has to stop with you. It has to. Why not? Why not have it stop with you? But yeah, this is, therapy has definitely helped me out a lot. I'm trying to think of other ways that therapy has helped me as well. And like I said, another thing therapy has helped me with also, because, I do love the positive stuff I get online, the positive, mentions and stuff like that, the amount of people I've helped. But it also helped me to regulate the negativity that I get. Everything is an insult to me. There's no such thing as constructive criticism. Everything is perceived as an insult. Therapy has helped me. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Pollen. That pollen in North Carolina is something else, y'all. I promise y'all. Sorry about that. But therapy has helped me regulate take the bad comments and negativity with, a grain of salt. And just take it, see it, keep it moving. Man. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another podcast episode, another YouTube or whatnot. It'll be posted here shortly. Oh, it's posted now. You're watching it now. You listen to it right now. That sneeze threw my mindset off. But y'all, I'm so thankful for each and every one of y'all. Like and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comment section what you want to see next. I'm going live here pretty soon with another guest. Again, thank y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Mental Healness is out.